We were talking about that in this way the governments can motivate the people to change their behavior, and this is the way that we are not eliminating their choices. People are free, they can do whatever they want, but we are influencing their behavior by providing them the information that what others are doing. What When we are told that what others are doing, these are called descriptive norms. In social influence, there are three kind of norms: subjective norms, descriptive norms, and injective norms. We are very much aware of the subjective norms because subjective norms have been used in business uh, for a very long time. For example, subjective norms are that what are those people doing who matters to us? What are the important others doing? What are the important people doing? Just like celebrities, the companies use celebrities to motivate their customer to buy the product. These are actually the subjective norms that when we are telling them that okay, these celebrities are using this product, similarly government motivate people that okay, your leaders do this, or the other important people do this, or simply in our life, friends by whom we get inspiration, if they are doing something we also try to copy them. These are subjective norms. The other two are injective norms and descriptive norms. Injective norms are that what society wants me to do, what society expects from me. That is injective norms. But what actually society doing is descriptive norm. We are affected by both. What people want us to do, we try to respond them by doing the same to get social approval. But we are more affected by what actually people are doing. Giving instructions, just like the teacher, just like the religious scholar, they give instruction to the people, you should do this, you should do this. This is injective norms. We are always told, or we are always expected to behave in a certain way. So responding to the expectation or responding to the instruction is actually conforming to the injective norms, while responding to what actually other people are doing are conforming to the descriptive norm. Descriptive norms are what we actually observe that what people are doing. Descriptive norms, researchers have proved that descriptive norms are more powerful in influencing people than the injective norms. If we want to influence someone's behavior, we should not tell them that okay, do this. Instead, we will have to do that, so that when he will observe us doing that, he will also be motivated to do that. This concept nowadays is important, especially with respect to the sustainability. The governments and the policy institutions are using this concept of conformity or social influence to motivate people to protect the environment. For example, a research study was conducted in which when the people who were staying at a hotel, when they were told that the other guests who have been staying at this room, 80% of those have reused their towel, and in this way, by reusing their towels, they have protected the environment. So the guests motivated by this information, and they started reusing their towel, and in this way the usage of towel decreased, so that disposable towels don't need to be used again, and less the consumption of the towels decreased. Similarly, this information is being used, descriptive norms are being used for motivating people to use recycled clothes. When in the university, students were told that uh, these many students are already using recycled clothes, they were also motivated to buy more recycled clothings. Similarly, this concept is being used in motivating students in the universities to eat more vegetables and fruits instead of fast food and cold drinks. So the important point in the nudging was that we are not reducing their options. We are not eliminating fast food or drinks from the canteens. Instead, they are being motivated through telling them that more and more students are using vegetables and fruits. When they are told that, okay, usage of fruits has been doubled, the student also become motivated that they think that, okay, if the consumption has been doubled, it means this thing is trendy. They consider it as a trendy or fashionable thing, and they try to adopt it. So in this way, uh, policy institutions are using this to change the behavior of the students of the university. So this is a relatively new concept, which is being used a lot nowadays in the research. And in Scandinavian countries, I recently saw that they are doing research that how we can use this information of electricity consumption more effectively to motivate people to preserve electricity. And especially in environmental factors, uh, this is being used a lot. Even that girls usually do not take admissions in engineering and more scientific and mathematical subjects. Usually 60 to 70% are boys in many universities in engineering, and the girls are very less in number. But when in a university the girls were told that this is in trend, that more and more girls are now joining engineering subject, that this is a trendy, this is a trend that girls are increasing. So by providing this information, they observed that the intention of the girls to join these subjects increased a lot. So in this way, this concept can be used. So students can use these concepts in the research nowadays, because many researches are being conducted on it, on the concept of nudging, that we do not force people to do something, instead motivate them without changing their options. Means we are not eliminating their options. They are free, whatever they can do whatever they want, but still they do what we want them to do. Any question about it?
Okay, let's open the floor for questions. Does anybody have a question? They can raise their hand and I will unmute you. Okay, I will throw the first question if you allow.
Yes.
How
Yes,
did you
sure.
get the idea to work on this topic or read about it? From where did you get the inspiration?
Inspiration, actually, I came to know about this concept that there was a research group in Netherlands. They were doing research on this topic, that how can we use this concept of social influence to reduce the energy consumption, residential energy consumption. So from that, I get this idea, and that, okay, it is interesting that they are using social influence in this direction. So then I read articles about it. So I came to know that many researches has been conducted in the field. And nowadays, especially recycling and other environmental issues, it is being used a lot.
Okay, so do you think,
Especially if students do the research on moderating variable, that what actually moderates this relationship, because this is common thing that, okay, if we want someone doing something, we will also be motivated to do those things. But what can be the motivators? What can be the conditional situational factors which can influence this relationship? Sometimes it can decrease, or sometimes it can increase. For example, if we add the information that recently this is trendy, recently many people are doing this, so when they know that recently many people are doing this, they are more motivated to do that. Especially nowadays, NGOs are using this information when they tell people that, okay, last donor has given this much amount, so the other next person is also motivated to donate more if the previous one has donated more.
Okay, no, that's a good thing, because if I could use the word peer pressure, that is very important. I usually use that methodology when I teach in my class, that if anybody is making a noise, I will ask the whole row to leave the room, because I specifically don't know who is the person. So that makes the other person tell them that, okay, because of you, teacher is making us leave the room. So that also leaves them effect to like make the other person quiet.
Yes, it is the main concept, because why we conform to the behavior of others, because we want the social approval. So social approval is one main underlying reason behind following and copying the behavior of others, because
Exactly.
we want to try to fit to the social group. We
Okay.
want to be good in the eyes of others.
Exactly. So sometimes if my strategy of asking them to keep quiet doesn't work, I ask them, I work on the theory of peer pressure.
Yeah, but it is a little harsh.
No, then I literally heard a girl saying, तुम्हारी वजह से मैम ने हमें भी क्लास से निकाल दिया.
Yeah.
So coming from a girl will leave a more pressure
Yeah.
for the guy at the university.
Yes, this is also a moderator, like we were discussing, like gender, that who is doing the performing the actions.
Exactly.
So whose action we will follow more and whose action we will follow less. This is a moderator, gender. Similarly, many other factors can be there.
Exactly. They think that if they disturb the class or they are making hooligan activities or they're hooting, they look cool. But when I met the guy and the girl leave, then she was like, oh, because of your teacher made me leave the class.
Yes. So social approval is important concept, and people try to get social approval, so they are influenced by the behavior of others and feel peer pressure.
Exactly. Does anyone else have a question? Sir Rashid, would you want to ask some question about moderating? Because Sir Moazzam has written a very good paper, and I keep suggesting his papers to students who want to work on the primary research, and I think he has more than 70 citations in it, if I'm not wrong, in that same paper. So if anybody is interested
Sorry, I
in
cannot
asking
hear.
questions about moderation, moderating effect, primary data, he's the man. Yes, Rashid sir, the mic, you can ask the question. Maybe he's having internet issue. Rashid sir, आप सवाल पूछ सकते हैं. Rashid sir and I know each other since 2008 when we were in Ikra University. He was having his studies and also he was a librarian there. So we know for like past 15 years. So I'm a bit comfortable in his presence. जी राशिद सर. आप सवाल पूछ सकते हैं. मॉडरेटिंग इफेक्ट वगैरह के बारे में जो वेरिएबल्स होते हैं प्राइमरी डेटा के, सर मौजम कैन गिव यू अ वेरी गुड आंसर फॉर दैट बिकॉज I can mic issues are not possible me to ask question. Okay, maybe I will forward his question.
Okay, Jeremy.
It's okay. So any more questions? Anyone else? We three are in the forum basically room right now. So if you want to end the session, we can proceed. Rashid Ali, just listening your voice. Okay. So I think we should end this session. You might be busy with your schedule.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thank you for being here, coming on my short call at such a short notice. Notice, I wish you were in Karachi, would have invited you on the campus and could have
Inshallah.
like have you have some refreshment.
Okay.
I know
Inshallah.
how big foodie you are. So okay, inshallah. When you come to Karachi, do let me know.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Hafiz.
Okay. Okay.